Hello, the state television company Western Armenia represents the most important news for today. Today in our news. The speech of the Speaker of the Government of the Republic of Western Armenia. Azerbaijan is trying to present the city of Tbilisi as Azerbaijani. A book about the genocide committed by BANQUE was donated to the Parliament of Georgia. This covers related to the genome of Armenians. The issue related to citizenship of Armenians of Artsakh. Aliyev could use the platform of the climate conference for anti-Armenian thesis. Let's support the state television of Western Armenia. On 14 November, Armine Sahakyan, the Speaker of the Government of the Republic of Western Armenia, gave a speech. She referred to the conference dedicated to the 104th anniversary of Woodrow Wilson's award. President of the Republic of Western Armenia, Ms. Lydia Markosyan, and President of the National Council of the Republic of Western Armenia, Mr. Armine Agatangeghos, spoke in detail about the importance of the decision and emphasized that many documents and decisions protecting the rights of the Armenian cannot be ignored. Western Armenia will never accept the borders presented to Armenia by Azerbaijan. We are the owners of our rights and we will protect them, said Mr. President. The Speaker also presented the memorable speech of President Mr. Armine Agatangeghos, in which Mr. President thoroughly commented on the real political situation of Western Armenia, the connection with politics. We must understand that the voluntary citizens of Western Armenia participated in the patriotic war and liberated Artsakh at the cost of their lives. To liberate Artsakh will mean liberate a territory of the state of Armenia, which is part of the state of Armenia recognized in 1920. Therefore, when we talk about the state of Armenia, we mean the state established in 1920 and recognized by many countries. The Armenian people should be aware of the international rights. The full passage you can read in our Western Armenian website. Azerbaijan presents Tbilisi city as a city of Azerbaijan. Now let's turn to the pages of the history. According to the tradition, the king of Virk, Agatangeghos, in the 5th century founded the city of Tbilisi. Later it was the center of the kingdom of Georgia. In the 8th century the Arabs conquered the city and established the emirate of Tbilisi. Already in the 10th century it was an independent Muslim state in the territory of Eastern Armenia. In the 12th century, king of Georgia David IV the Builder finally liberated it and made it again the capital of the state of Georgia. Since 1918, Tbilisi has been the capital of the Republic of Georgia. There is no document or source in which the city of Georgia is mentioned as Azerbaijani. A book was gifted to the Parliament of Georgia related to genocides of Armenians. The libraries of the Georgian Parliament and state have been replenished with books about the genocide committed against Armenians. The author of the initiative is Armenian Community of Georgia, the non-governmental organization. The head of the organization, Artur Mirzoyan, informed 21 universities, including Kutaisi University, are given the latest booklet, which includes all the genocidal episodes carried out against ethnic Armenians in the last century committed by BANQUE. The name of the booklet is BANQUE's Genocidal Policy towards Armenians in the years of 1918 up to 2023. The book was published in a Georgian language with the financial and technical support of the Armenian and Georgian citizens. Findings in the work on the genome of Armenians. The presentation of the scientific work called The First Study of the Complete Genome in the Armenian Population was held in Armenia. It will be published in the American Journal of Human Genetics. Doctor of Biological Sciences Professor Levon Yepiskoposyan informed their research started about 10 years ago and is about the genetic mapping of historical Armenia. It became the basis to launch the project Armenian Genome. The research refutes the hypothesis of the genetic connection between Armenians with the people of the Balkan countries. The gene of the Sassoon people also matched the Armenian one, despite the decrease in genetic diversity as a result of living in the highlands. Now let's find out what bothers people of Artsakh related to citizenship. The residents of Artsakh are worried about to be deprived of the right to return to Artsakh if they will receive the citizenship of Eastern Armenia. Artsakh human rights defender Geram Stepanyan emphasized the authorities of Eastern Armenia did not include the issue of returning the agenda of negotiations and the mandatory requirement of citizenship within the framework of social programs. Those factors create doubts among people. Many are assured that these steps are an attempt to close the possibility of return to Artsakh. People don't refuse the passport with code 070 because it is the only document they have related to returning to Artsakh, emphasized Stepanyan. Also, he called for the issue to be discussed and to protect people's rights. The UN climate conference was held in Baku but ended with no serious results. Azerbaijan tried to present itself as a leader in this climate struggle, but many leading countries boycotted the conference. It was decided to allocate $300 billion to poor countries, but the developed countries considered it offensive and demanded more than $1 trillion. Finally, Aliyev used the forum to spread anti-Armenian thesis and criticized France, but did not receive wide support. Western Armenia Television, being faithful to its principle and viewers, continues its uninterrupted work with new approaches. As you already know, our television does not engage in self-promotion. It mainly broadcasts the history of Western Armenia, the present and the future, with political and other contexts, as well as news that raises various issues. Western Armenian Television recorded one of its important achievements by launching the Western Armenian Weekly magazine, which is aimed at preserving our history, culture, and identity. We also present the political transition of the President of the Republic of Western Armenia, the government, the National Assembly, and other structures in a transparent and accessible manner. Dear compatriots, with your support, the possibilities of our television will be further expanded and strengthened. We are strong together. That's all for this time. Follow our news every day. Goodbye.